Welcome back to the channel. In this one, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. It's going to be a bit more serious than usual. We're going to be taking a look at what's been going down with the FIFA community recently. A lot of drama's been happening, so we're going to chime in with my views as a predominantly based FIFA content creator. I thought, I'd have a little talk about it because it does affect my channel as well, because I do like to play FIFA. So essentially, what's been going down is a lot of content creators are thinking about doing a boycott or, a stand against EA, because a lot of things have been going down. So the final spark and the thing that sent it flying was the 8 o'clock release of the Weekend League and red picks. So if you completed your red picks within the first, I think it was 5 hours of release, you were basically going to get Team of the Season Mbappe, Team of the Season Azar Emre, or Team of the Season Dembele. They were in basically all red picks. Mbappe was the least common one, but regardless, if you get Dembele or Azar Emre was like 3 million coins at the time, and Dembele was like 7 million. These are obviously top tier players which are going to, improve your team massively. Everyone, of course, nowadays has got insanely meta teams or whatever, but, with every new card that comes out, they get better and better. And Team of the Season Dembele is unbelievable, and Mbappe is probably the best card in the game at the moment. So we saw that this was a huge mistake, and everyone was trying to rush and complete their games within the first 5 hours. And then EA did a rug pull, essentially. They put out a tweet, which I'll put on the screen somewhere. You might have seen it if you watch my content, because it was in my rewards. Essentially, they said this was giving out unintended rewards and that they completely changed it and it was back to normal, essentially giving you a load of crap. So if you are unfortunate enough to complete your Weekend League rewards after this change, you basically got nothing, which is, the standard Weekend League rewards. I unfortunately was one of them. I completed it about 2 minutes after they tweeted out, but that is by the by. So yeah, a lot of people were unhappy about that, and essentially that was the final spark for a long season of FIFA 24 or FC 24. So the main protagonist for these recent events has been the YouTuber slash Twitch streamer Nick runthefutmarket. I am myself a massive fan of him. I do keep up to date with his content and watch his stuff. Great YouTuber. I'll leave his link in the comment section down below. But essentially, he put out a tweet, which I will also put on the screen right now. He essentially put out a tweet urging content creators to stop playing the game so that this would stop giving them traction, so that maybe EA would make a change to their game and make it for the better in the future. So since retracted the statement urging them to stop playing completely, and him and a lot of other YouTubers are working on a compromise to still have an impact on EA, but also do it for the betterment of them and allow them to still create content, because a lot of them, that is their income for that essentially that is their job. So I believe the message that Nick and the other content creators are currently pushing is to not buy any FC points, and that is something that I completely stand with, as I never do that anyway. I run a road to glory, always have done, always will. You do not need to buy FC points slash FIFA points, and it's completely unnecessary. It's just a waste of money, in my opinion. I think the thing that Nick is pushing the most is the fact that he wants to see improvement in the game, and that is only a good thing for FIFA content creators, new and old, moving forward. The game is steadily declining over the years, and it doesn't look like there's going to be any resurgence to push FIFA all the way back up to the top. And this is essentially what Nick is trying to do. Nick is a avid FIFA player, as are most of you who are watching this video or have been in the past. And we just want to see it return to its former glory. Whether that can even happen, are EA competent enough to do that? It remains to be seen. But I do support the message, and it's something that, as an avid FIFA player myself, I hope that can be improved on. So we've talked about why it started, what's going on, and now I want to chime in with my views and, things that I would like to see changed, or what's bad about the game, etc. I mean, there's a lot to get through, but hopefully it's all going to be covered in this video, and it's not going to be too long. So if you enjoyed this one, please drop a like, subscribe, and let me know your thoughts on all that's been going down in the comment section down below. Do you still play FC 24? I would love to know. But without further ado, let's talk about it. So I've got a little notebook covering different areas. So what I'll do is I'll just go through them and we can have a little talk about them. I suppose we'll start with the most important thing for me anyway, and that is the gameplay. I'm not sure why EA loves defensive AI so much, but that is such a huge issue, and it has been over the years, but this year it's gotten worse than ever. Literally, if you go into a game of FC 20, the defense will be in the back line. You don't even need to be on drop back tactics. You don't even need to be playing 5 at the back. If you're playing 4, playing 5, playing 3, whatever it is, the defenders will be sat in your box without you doing anything. Now, this is a huge issue because this gameplay is so slow, you literally cannot break down the defenses. Not to mention the fact that everyone is so heavily reliant on the AI defending for you that it becomes just so boring and impossible to break down its next level joke. The R1/RB defending is a real issue. I personally hate it. As someone who's a manual defender, which we'll get into in a second, by the way, it's just such a pain in the ass to have to deal with, because people will sit on the centre back and let their fullbacks just do the work when they're not controlling it. Why are you buying a game if you're not going to play it? You know what I mean? Like, if you want to just watch the action, go play Football Manager. Great game, by the way. Just go do that. But if you want to play FIFA, surely you have to control the players to actually, you know, get some enjoyment out of the game. So we've touched on the AI defense as being an absolute joke. They keep on pushing that. I think maybe it's to cater to casuals or whatever, to give them a chance at, you know, being more defensively packed. Makes no sense to me. It's such a joke, and it makes the game boring. But as for manual defending, right, I'm a manual defender. I'm not going to sound the best at it, not the worst at it either, although I'd probably be in the lower half of that. Manual defending is a joke. You go into a tackle, you get a tackle, the player will go win the ball, and they'll just go straight through, and they'll get the ball back. It makes no sense, right? It's not rewarding at all for the manual defender. And this new update with the jockeying, right, where they've slowed it down, oh my god, don't get me started on that. Why would they do that? Why would they do that? Like, you literally move like a turtle when you're jockeying. It's a joke. It's impossible to manual defend, essentially, to a very high standard. Obviously, if you're a top tier player, you're going to be able to do it. But yeah, you're at a disadvantage if you're not using the AI, basically. So the defensive push is obviously a joke, but it doesn't help on the counteractive side of that, with the AI being crap in terms of attacking movement, etc. Like, if you want to be really good, you have to take control of the players using the mechanics. I think you push in the right and the left analog stick. I've never been too interested in that because I just can't be asked to learn. Maybe I'm an old head, I don't know. But yeah, I don't do all that crap. If you want to be top tier at the game, you know, get the high finishes and stuff like that, that's probably something that you have to do. And I just don't like that at all. You know, the players should be able to move about and help you with the runs and stuff, being able to play fresh football. But in this game, that's not a possibility. All you have to do, get the ball to your fullback, switch the ball to maybe the other fullback or the left winger, which is now the new thing. The left winger, the right winger, whoever the winger is, pushing forward, or the fullback on balance and overlap, pinging down the line, whip it over to them. They run, cross it back, or cut it back, I should say, sweat, goal. That's essentially what this gameplay is at the moment. Or you get into the edge of the box, finesse shot it, because you can't break them down. So what you have to do is you have to take a long shot. You have to finesse shot it, green time it, and hope that it goes in. Or the other one, I think there's a new long shot now, isn't there? Where you press LT and RT and just shoot, and it will like do some weird dip-in animation and go in. So yeah, people are having to come up with different ways to score from outside the box, because you simply cannot break down the defense in the box. The previous thing was the Trivela. That got nerfed into the ground. So yeah, they nerf anything that essentially doesn't help with the defensive AI, and it makes no sense. The other thing about the attacking side of the game is the finishing. I don't know what they did to it this year. Compared to last year, it's night and day. Last year was good, right? It was acceptable. This year, it's absolutely terrible. Like, it's so bad. The only way you can score, really, is cutting back. Like, it doesn't make sense. You get through on goal, it's like a 20% chance you're going to score. The best way to do it is to take it around the keeper, like with a ball roll or something like La Croqueta, or simply sweat. You know, look for the sweat, and that's the way to score goals. Because when it's a normal finish, even if you green time it, the chances it goes in, even slim. It's odd. I don't get what they've done there. Like, how could they f that bad? The dribbling seems to get worse and worse every year. They brought in a new mechanic to try and make it better with the R1 dribbling. Yeah, they dribble like they've got something stuck up their arse. Like, why not just stick the left stick dribbling and make that better rather than bringing in this new mechanic? Like, they just love to try and bring in new things, like, as like a selling point, don't they? Like, oh yeah, we've got new dribbling, it's really good. Like, it's just an absolute joke. They need to fix the left stick dribbling, the responsiveness of it, which, you know, doesn't help when the servers are awful, but we'll talk about that later on. The fact that they bring new updates to the game to try and help and make it better, and it just gets worse every time. You know, like I said, the jockey update was awful. The new animations update was just abhorrent. Like, it doesn't make sense. Stop bringing new animations. Fix the shit ones that you've already got. Fix the gameplay. Like, just, the new animations don't make sense. It literally slows the game down. You touch the ball, you have to take 5 different touches just to get around one player. Like, you pass it to them, take a touch, then they got it under control. Like, it's so slow. It slows down the game. It's just awful. And with the fact that you get pressured non-stop, that's another thing I forgot to mention. The pressure, right? You have the ball in, like, you pass it to your defender from the goalkeeper, like the goal kick, pass to the defender, they're on you straight away, right? So you pass it to the fullback, you've got the left mid or right mid, whatever it is, will push on to you. That's why the switch is so important this year. That's why everyone does it, because it gives you a little bit of space. But if you don't do that, you get clamped. You essentially get clamped. Hall of Fame. You get no time and space on the ball with, I think it's because of the direct passing mechanic, or sorry, tactic. And that's another thing, the tactics in this game. Where are they? Like, there's simply one thing you can run and that's it. It's basically 4-3-2-1, direct passing, you know, like 60 depth. It used to be 71 at the start. They changed that. And that's it, right? It was 4-3-2-1 last year as well. That was the best thing in the game. So, yeah, like, it's just... you can change tactics all you want, but you're going to be at a disadvantage, really, if you're not using the 4-3-2-1. I use the 4-3-2-1, so maybe I'm part of the problem. But if you use anything else, you're at a disadvantage. And then the final thing that I can think of off the top of my head, there's probably a lot more. And if you can think of anything, let me know in the comment section down below. I'd love to see what your pet hates are about this game. But for me, the corners. Oh my God, the corners are such a pain in the ass. You get a player with aerial, it's a wrap. Like, it's so dumb. They'll control the guy in the box. He'll run to the near post, cross it in, wins a header, goal. Right? You move the keeper, so he watches that area. Sometimes it is still that doesn't even matter anyway. But if you bring the keeper to watch it, go short, pass it short, wait for the guy to run round. He gets there, whips it back post. The guy's like wide open back post, free header, goal. You can't stop corners, really. You just simply cannot stop them. They 100% need to be nerfed. And are they going to get nerfed this year? Absolutely not. We're going to move on from the gameplay side of things. There's probably a lot more to talk about. I don't want this video to be too long. So, yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. There's obviously a lot more, like I say. If you can think of anything, leave it in the comment section down below. Would be appreciated. We're going to move on to the servers. So, as we know, the servers have always been pretty crap, right? But I don't know what's happened. During Team of the Season, it's like they fired the original hamster that was at the wheel, and they've brought a new fat one in that's got no legs, because the amount of crashes this game is experiencing right now is absolutely ridiculous. You go into Weekend League, you get disconnected. You complete an SBC, you get disconnected. You play a game, if you're lucky enough to even get into the game and not get disconnected, it's delayed, slow, heavy. Oh my God, it's abysmal right now. The weekend leagues are such a state, right? It's tough. It's tough to play. Like, I do it for the content. I don't mind weekend league generally. And luckily for me, I'm on PC. So PC's a little bit better, I believe, than console from what I hear. Console is a lot worse, apparently. So I guess on that instance, I'm lucky with PC. And I tend to play my games later at night because that's when the servers are better. If you play, especially if you play Friday when it first comes out, you're cooked. And during the days as well, it's usually worse. So I tend to play mine at night because that's when it's better gameplay for me and it feels a little better. Still not really fun anyway, but you know, it's better. So now there seems to be a new thing as well. I think I mentioned it a second ago with the SBCs. You go into an SBC, you complete it, and it will give you a little pop-up message and it will kick you off. It'll kick you off Ultimate Team, or it'll kick you off that SBC menu, and it will keep happening. Like, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And the menus are slow, buggy. And also, this is not a server thing. This is just a crap game. Like, it's been happening all year. This is the worst thing. It's been happening all year. The gameplay crashes. Not gameplay, sorry. The game itself crashes when you're just using the market or using the SBC catalog. Like, you go into the market, you click up a few times to change the price. It freezes and you have to close the game. The amount of times that's happened to me. Oh my God, it makes me want to punch my own head in. It's annoying. Like, it's so frustrating. And it's been happening since day one to now. How many months is that? Like, it's ridiculous. They do all these updates, but they can't fix the fact that this game is basically still in fucking beta mode. I'll leave that section a little bit shorter because we know the servers are dog shit. They have been for many years and they don't do anything about it. The constant crashes, that needs to be fixed as soon as possible. And the new one, like booting you out with the servers for the weekend league, ridiculous. So many people are getting 4 or 5 losses just from DCs alone. And the SBC one, please sort it out. With the slow menus itself, My God, it's so annoying. So the next thing to talk about is the store itself, you know, the promo pack section. It's not a section I use a lot. I have opened a couple packs in the past. I think I did one for Golazo, and I think I did one for Foot Birthday, right? Never with FIFA points, right? Never with FIFA points anyway, but with coins as like a little risk. The fact of the matter is, these packs are absolutely ridiculous. Just a few years ago, the highest pack was a jumbo rare pack, or the jumbo rare pack was a 100k pack, jumbo rare players pack I should say. And then they brought in the ultimate pack. Oh my God, the biggest ever player with the most amount of players, 125,000 coins, or what is it, 2,500 FIFA points. Well, I'll tell you what, they get shit on by the packs of today, don't they? 750,000 coins or 5,000 FIFA points. How can you look at yourselves in the mirror, EA, and think that's acceptable? Like £40 worth of FIFA points on one pack is criminal. Criminal. We spend £80 to £100 on the game, some people, for the next generation. On PC, it's cheaper, thank God. But yeah, absolutely ridiculous. £40 for a pack. And not only that, there's about 5 different packs that are all equivalent value, you know? There's 750k, 700k, 650, 600k, and then there's about 7 packs that are all 200 to 50k. You've got the 25k packs. Okay, they're a little bit cheaper, fair enough, but it's still another pack that's, you know, monetary value. And these packs are definitely, you know, are not a good thing to introduce to kids, you know, because this is like a form of gambling, isn't it? Especially if you do it with FIFA points. If you do it with coins, it's like you take a coin with virtual currency, but then it still installs bad values and morals in your head that, you know, gambling's okay, and, you know, there's a chance you could get something good, so it's all right. But it's not the case. It's not the case at all. And if you're doing it with your parents' credit cards or whatever, you're spending £40 on a pack, it's just not worth it, and you need to not be doing it. And the fact that it's in the game and EA are okay with it and constantly pushing newer and better and higher valued packs is just unacceptable. It also makes the game less rewarding for grinding out the game. You know, you do weekend league and stuff like that to get the best rewards, right? You get red picks, you get a chance at a team of the season. You're like, okay, fair enough, right? That's why you complete champs, get the best reward possible, or best finish, I should say, possible, to try and get the best reward. You get a team of the season pack, you get the team of the season player picks. Right, fair enough. But now you don't even need to play champs in order to get these team of the seasons, like, easily, right? You just go into the store, load up the store, open up a 750k pack. You're guaranteed, what is it? I think it's 3 League One players, 3 team of the season League One players guaranteed, as well as, 84 times 50. I don't know exactly. I don't check the store. But I'm pretty sure that's it's a similar concept, right? Could be 2 team of the seasons, could be 83 times 70, whatever it is. Fact of the matter is that the grind becomes less valuable now because you're putting emphasis on doing the store packs like that's the main push, right? That's the thing they're pushing. They don't care about anything else. You get the store packs, they get their money, they're happy. But it's just, it makes the game less rewarding, makes the game less grindable, you know? You don't want to grind as much because you can just simply go into the store and do that, especially if you put some money on. If you're running an RTG, of course, it's different circumstances. But in general, the store packs are disgusting, and they definitely need to be stopped, because it just can't keep going on like this. If next year we get into a point where, you know, these packs are going to be coming earlier and earlier and getting more and more, like, I am genuinely surprised we haven't reached a 1 mil coin pack yet. Now, I don't want to give them ideas because that's probably going to be here. Ultimate team in the season. You know what? It wouldn't put it past them. Ultimate team in the season, they released a 1 million coin pack where you get like 5 ultimate team in the seasons. But yeah, they're just, it's disgusting, and it's something that I'm glad that the content creators are coming together to stop. You know, they're not going to do the full stop playing the game, and that's fair enough, you know, because if they earn their money through this, I get it. You know, you have to put food on the table, etc. But if you're going to stop opening these store packs, you know, doing the share plays and doing and putting loads of like FIFA points on to open up these packs for content, you know, it's pushing it out there less, so hopefully less and less people will open up these packs, and it does have some impact on EA's revenue stream. Also, another thing I want to bring up regarding the store is this packs for you section that they brought, I think maybe a month or 2 ago. They brought this out as a way of rewarding the loyal player of the game. If you played, I think it was 100 days or whatever it was, 30 days, 40 days, whatever it was, right? If you played X amount of days, they gave you a pack, right? But it's not a free pack. In previous years, they've done, you know, loyalty stuff. Play for X amount of days, you get the free pack. But this year is very special. Very, very special. If you play 30 plus days, you get a 250k pack that you have to spend either 250k or 2,500 FIFA points. So you're rewarding us by making us spend money on the game. Like, how out of touch and delusional do you have to be to do that? Like, I get they've pushed a lot of daily login stuff and daily play, and I do respect that, and I like that. You know, you get free packs, quick packs, and that's fair enough. It makes getting SBC fodder and stuff a lot easier. But that's by the by. That's the good things. We're talking about the bad things for today. I can't exactly remember what the packs were. I'll probably put them on the store, like on the screen, a picture of them or whatever they were. But yeah, it was 250,000 coins for being a loyal player of the game, which it doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. There was also a couple packs in there which were good, which were nice. 10 coin pack and a 30 coin pack, right? The 30 coin pack, I think you get 10 rares or whatever it is, which is nice. You know, that's fair enough. That's not bad value. It's very good value, in fact, right? I think that's equivalent to just under a 50k pack. So good value for that. 30 coin pack, 10 coin pack. We can't complain with that. But the fact is, they brought out another pack, the big boy one, 250k or 2,500 FIFA points. Like, why are we paying for rewards? It's just another way to push a pack to get them to spend more money. I've kind of just come to realize what EA are. You know what I mean? Like, they are what they are. They do what they do. They love microtransactions, and it's getting worse and worse each and every year. Obviously, you know, they're not the only company to do this. 2K are absolutely terrible for their microtransactions. I have been an NBA player in the past. I played multiple games with them, and every year the VC currency, the virtual currency in their game called VC, is basically pushed upon you to upgrade your My Player, right? You can either play the career mode and, you know, put time and effort into that, or you can just go and buy VC, which is something that they push a lot to upgrade your character. But that's 2K. That's something different. They are making a FIFA game in the future. Is that going to be any good? Probably going to be a similar state with the virtual currency. So don't really have high hopes for that, but that's something that's going to come in a few years. So this video is going on a lot longer than I thought, but there's just so much to talk about, isn't there? There is so much to talk about, and I'm not even going to, in this video, I'm not even going to talk about their mistakes. Well, at least I might mention a couple, but I'm going to try not to talk about all the mistakes that they've made, because this video will be 5 hours long. But the next thing I'm going to talk about, and the final thing regarding the store, is the fact that all of these new, like, player picks and stuff that used to be in the SBC catalog, you know, I think like year in review player picks, they've got like icon player picks and stuff in there. They've now moved that over to the store under a paywall, and it just doesn't make sense, right? Like, just put them in the SBC, allow people to grind and do all this stuff, you know, to get these player picks, like year in review picks and stuff like that. Just allow them to do that in the SBC. Why move it under a paywall? Again, it's just something that doesn't need to be done. So anyway, I've had enough talking about the store. The store is a disgusting place, and it's one that I don't visit. So again, I will reiterate the statement that the content creators are producing out there. Do not use the store. Boycott the FC store. Don't open FC point packs, you know, the 750k pack or whatever. They may look tempting. Don't do it. It's a complete scam. And eventually, in a few months, these will be redundant. You know, it's going to be pointless. You won't even use these cards anymore. So just don't open the packs. Don't spend your money on it. So before we move on to the final thing I'm going to talk about, I just want to say sorry for this video being too long. If you do like this type of video, you know, leave a like. Let me know in the comment section down below if you are still here. If you're still watching, fair play to you. I respect you a lot. Because I don't usually make these long type of videos. So, and especially this is kind of like a rant, isn't it? Rant discussion type of video. I have made rant videos in the past, or at least rage videos and stuff about EA, talking about how crap they are. This is not new. But yeah, I've not made a specific rant where I'm talking for ages and ages and ages. So if you are still watching, shout out to you. But the final thing is the lack of game modes. I don't think this is something that many people are talking about, but the fact is, right, there are no game modes which you're like, okay, I'm just going to play that and have a bit of fun. You can say draft, but, you know, if you want to use your ultimate team, the best game mode is FUT Champs Qualies, yeah? So once you finish Qualies, which is max 10 games anyway, then that's it. If you play Rivals, it's a complete sweat fest. Sweat fest. It's worse than Champs, right? Like actual Champs. It's worse than Champs if you're in the Elite Division or Division 1, Division 2, whatever you are. Because you're constantly playing against people that are, you know, neck and neck with you. Yeah, so you get this, essentially what I do, get the 7 wins, don't play again. There's no further incentive to play. They've got the milestone rewards, which is something I've not even talked about. Oh my god, I'm not gonna have a long thing about that, but the milestones rewards, disgusting. You get a tifo each month for playing 90 games, 40 games, 10 games, whatever the increments are. I know it's 90 games at the max one, and you get an elite tivo. Thank you so much, EA Sports. Like, how generous. We used to get 600k packs or whatever it was before, and now we get a tifo. But away from that anyway, back onto the game mode discussion. So you've got Rivals, which is a complete sweatfest. Like I said, that's the sweatiest game mode you can play. Majority of people like me will play for the 7 wins, and you don't play again, right? You don't touch Rivals again, because why would you? So then if you want to continue playing FIFA, if that's the majority game you play, which is the case for me, you know, where do you want to play? So if you completed your qualies already, you completed qualies, you've got your 7 wins, where do you go? Right, you can say go play Draft. Okay, fair enough. Draft is not a bad game mode, but Draft has not been changed since its introduction in, I want to say, FIFA 14. I think that's the FIFA it came out. It could be a bit later, 15, 16, whatever it is. It's not been changed at all. The rewards, the way it's structured, everything about it, literally nothing's been changed. Like, you win a draft for 15,000 coins, you get a Premier Gold Players Pack, and or 2 Premier Gold Players Pack, I should say, 2 gold packs. That's the most common reward. You can get a Premier Gold Players Pack and a Mega Pack, right? These packs are shit compared to what you should be getting nowadays. For Rivals, you get an 87 times 4 for Elite Division anyway, 87 times 4. And if you go on Tradables, you get times 2, and then you get an 85-7 as well. Why can we not get similar rewards to that? If you win a draft, surely you should be able to get like an 84 times 5 or an 85 times 4. You know what I mean? Like, these different packs that have got the minimum rating, but they're at least decent. They at least give you a good chance of getting something decent. You know, you play a reward, you play a draft now, go through it, get a Premium Gold Players Pack, Mega Pack, and you lose coins. How can you lose coins when you win a draft? You play 4 games, you have to win all of them because it's obviously a knockout stage game, and then you lose coins. It doesn't make sense, and it's something that needs to be changed. It needs something that needs to be looked at. It needs to be freshened up. I like the draft game mode, being able to try different players, but for me, it becomes redundant after the first game, like month or 2 of the game. You can bang out draft near the start, and it gives you obviously those packs, and the players are worth more. And then after that, once the players drop, becomes redundant. So that's draft mode. Like I say, I do like the game mode, but I think it does become redundant. And then the other game mode, well, there's 2 other ones. Squad battles. For me personally, I find playing the AI boring. So boring. The only time I will ever do it is if I'm doing an Evo, obviously because it's shorter minutes now, which I'm glad they did that. It's now 4-minute halves, but I find it so boring. So I literally put it on semi-pro, score 5 goals or whatever it is, and I'll have Netflix or something on the side whilst while the game's just going on, because the AI won't score on the other side, and you can just enjoy Netflix or whatever you're watching. It's pointless. I don't like the game mode. Maybe that's me. If you like playing the AI, fair enough. I don't. We'll move on. And then the final game mode is friendlies. Friendlies with skill-based matchmaking. So if you're in a top tier division, it's like playing Rivals. It's so dumb. It's literally the dumbest thing ever. How is it friendlies? There's nothing friendly about it. It makes me want to claw my eyes out. If you want to complete these cups, right? Recently, to be fair, they've not been too bad, because they've niced us and they've given us the unlimited, yeah? But when, for majority of the year, it's been, 5 games a day, 10 games a day. Oh my God. Literally, it is so tough. It's so tough because only the sweatbags are doing these cups, really, right? Myself included. And I'm not like a top tier sweatbag. I'm just a sweat who plays the game a lot, but I'm not that good, right? So when I'm playing against someone who's really, really good for these cups, you've got to play 5 games a day, and you need to win, I think, usually it's 10 games, isn't it? So you've got to play every single day in order to just get the wins. Some people will struggle to even get any wins during the day, during those 5 wins, and then you get no rewards. So the fact is, friendlies are an absolute joke. So they seriously need to introduce something that makes the game worth playing. So, for example, back in a day, I don't know how many of you are, have been playing the game for a long, long time, but there was a thing called, everyone refers to the daily knockout tournaments. That was also a thing that you could do. That was decent. But mine was the Gold Cup, right? So you had cups in FIFA back a long time ago, right? Showing my age here. But, you know, I think it was maybe like, you know, FIFA 13, FIFA 12, whatever it was. You had the Gold Cup. It was just constantly repeatable, right? You also had your separate mode with, not rivals at the time, it was seasons, right? So the cup was, obviously they didn't have champs back then, but, you know, they had this cup, which was not skill-based matchmaking, constantly repeatable, and you get a reward at the end of it. Right, so that's a nice little thing, isn't it? And that's definitely something that they can implement in today's one. And it's like similar to the daily knockout tournament. You completed that and you got like a 6 foot birthday card, and then you could do it again and you got another card. Like, they need a mode like that where it allows the user to grind. It's not taxing on the soul like playing rivals is, but you also get rewarded for playing the game. You know, they need to keep the user engaged, not just on the menus, which is 100% the push that they've been doing, because I think they know that their gameplay sucks. So they need to definitely bring some more game modes out to allow the user to play it. So this video has already gone on for way longer than I intended. I've been recording for about 50 minutes now, and you know, so that means this video is going to be like a 30 to 40 minute long, which is definitely wasn't intended. So if you're still watching, shout out to you. I do really appreciate that. And if you enjoyed this type of video, it's not something I usually do, you know, like a rant/discussion video on the game, and definitely not for this long. Drop a like, show the support. That would be much appreciated. It really would. Subscribe as well while you're here. And if you want me to make a part 2, let me know, because there's a lot of things I haven't covered, you know. I haven't covered their mistakes that they've been making, you know. So like the Team of the Year Messi one, you've got the players like the icons in the wrong nation or the wrong, and then the heroes in the wrong league, compensation all the time for the wrong icon picks and the wrong packs and whatever. There's a lot I haven't covered, and especially not the content recently, because it's been very poor during Team of the Season. The pack weight as well, awful. But anyway, I could go on and on and on and on, and it would probably be like a 2-hour-long video, and no one I'm watching that. You know, no one's probably watching this 30 to 40 minute video anyway, but I thought I'd make it to chime in with my views, because FIFA is something I like, you know. FIFA is something I'm passionate about. I have been for many years, you know. I've played Ultimate Team every single year that's been available to me since FIFA 09. I was there the day one of FIFA 09 when it came out. I bought it for 800 FIFA points when it wasn't a game mode that was free, you know. So it's something that I do truly enjoy, and something that I want to continue playing in my future years. But if the game keeps going on the path that it's going, this downhill, I don't know what's going to happen, you know. We need competition for this game, but that's something that's not going to be happening really for the next couple years probably. There's UFL that's coming, and then of course there is also the new FIFA that I believe is going to be made by 2K, but that's in a few years. So yeah, these games are going to need time to compete with EA, because it's a monopoly, this industry at the moment. eFootball doesn't compete, unfortunately. But anyway, that's enough rambling. Final message is, and the most important message, please do support these content creators by not using the store packs. Don't open them with FC points. Don't buy FC points. None of that. You don't need to, honestly. Truly, you do not need to. You can win Ultimate Team essentially by doing an RTG. I do it. A lot of others do it. So, you know, don't spend money on the game. And hopefully EA will hear this and learn from it and make something better in the future. Will they though? Probably not. But nonetheless, thank you all so much for watching. Go check out the other content creators. I'll leave their videos in the comment section down below. So Nick, there's also Inception, who is a great content creator as well, who knows a lot about the gameplay side of things. So go check out his videos. And then there's also some other ones like Nick2080, who's also talking about this as well. But nonetheless, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in a bit.